And we are back for the third episode of Minecraft Ages. It is September 30th, and earlier today, the Copper Age came out. So, we're back and recording again for the Copper Age of Minecraft Ages. Yes, and yes, the series was made because of the name of this update, because I felt I wanted to make something. So, here we are. So, basically, this episode, we're going to do copper related things. We're going to upgrade our tools and we're going to upgrade our armor, as well as one other thing as well. Luckily, we do have copper right here. Now, I did forget in the last episode, we can also mine lapis. I did kind of forget about that. So, outside of just getting a whole bunch of copper here, we're also going to mine this lapis and get a whole bunch of other stuff going as well. Mostly this episode, I want to get primarily just the copper dealt with. So that mostly means getting some resources, just kind of honestly getting a stockpile of what we currently can kind of have. So I want to get some stone, I want to get some other stuff mined, I want to get obviously copper. As it can be seen here, I want to finish the mine shaft. And that is kind of mostly about it, actually, when I really think about it. We can't mine iron yet. That's the next episode. The Iron Age is the next episode, which may get done sooner than later. I'm not completely sure. All that I know is Crystal Craft. If you have not watched that series, please go watch it. It is an excellent series. And I'm having a great time recording that with a bunch of friends. So, what exactly else am I going to be doing this episode? Well, mostly I want to get generally just a stockpile of resources so we have plenty of resources going into future episodes. So that means more wood, that means more copper, that means more stone, as well as food. I do also want to get a good chunk of food going because that is also going to be very important. I don't think we're going to be able to mine all this copper right here, but it should go pretty nicely. I think one thing about the Ages series is I should go for a little bit of a shorter runtime compared to what I've been going with in kind of other prior installments, because really there's not much you can do when you're not getting much progression done. The later installments after the Iron Age will definitely be getting plenty and plenty of minutes of footage, simply because there's a lot more to do. And with a lot more to do, there obviously is a lot more to cover in an episode. So they may be 25 minutes or going upwards of half an hour. I'm not completely sure, honestly, what else the time. We're just going to make another stone pickaxe for now to finish up mining. Let's get some wood, because I kind of need some wood for this. So I'm going to finish up mining, and then we're going to upgrade to the tools. So, yeah, I'll see you back when I'm done mining. Mining is done, and I totally remember that I had a spare pickaxe right here. I totally remember that, and didn't remember that. I didn't figure that out at all when I came back to put the lapis back in the chest. I totally didn't forget I had another pickaxe. Anyways, the copper is currently smelting up, and it's going pretty good so far. We have an extra 2 stacks in here, currently having 2 stacks smelt up. We have 2 stacks here, and another just extra single ingot. Nothing too special. We'll just smelt that up with some other stone because of something I want to do whenever we get a new set of armor. So, in the meantime, I realized something else that we're gonna need in order to do the next thing I want to do. So, I'm gonna go have to go quick find that. So, I'll be back when the copper's all done smelting up, and I have that thing that I need, and totally didn't forget until I just realized I don't have access to iron to make it easier. So anyways, we're going to be back momentarily. And, yep, we got a goat horn. So I needed to travel to a pillager outpost in order to get carved pumpkins, because I realized something. To make a copper golem, you need a carved pumpkin. We cannot get carved pumpkins because we do not have access to iron to make shears. So the only structure in the game that I believe that has carved pumpkins is Pillager Outpost. Sorry for the weird camera movements. I'm playing with mouse sensitivity. Anyways, we have this out now, and we have a couple things we're going to do first. One is we're not actually going to put the chest in immediately, but we're going to get a copper golem in here. Hey, buddy, and you're going to go right back there. Now, I do have this for you there, and another chest just for there. Okay, there we go. I need to put that there, and then there's another one there. So, let me do some explaining. So, back in episode 1, well, prior to episode 1, I guess well, this was just me playing around when the Copper Golem came out. I came up with this kind of system here where it's 5 chests stacked 2 high, and a Copper Golem on slabs there, and then just a double chest a little bit to the side on kind of a thing there. Because I like having 5 chests. Typically, I'll do like 3 or 4 high. I have a 6x5 system on the Crystalcraft server, but that's a little different. Also, if you notice in my hand, we have a music disc. Lava Chicken. Because out when I was adventuring and found Pillager Outpost, during the night, before I was able to sleep, there was a baby chicken riding a zombie. Rather, should I say, Chicken Jack? Nope, I'm not doing it, but you get my point, though. Now, we can't use this, or play it, until we get to diamonds, which is a little disappointing, because we are not very close to diamonds yet. We still have iron, which is the next one, which is very, very nice, because we'll be able to get a bucket, tools, more armor, and honestly, then I feel like we may do a little bit more expansion. Get some more other stuff going, because we finally can get hoppers, so we can make some slightly automated farms, you could say. I can't go too crazy because we don't have access to redstone or gold or anything else. It's just iron that we get next episode. But iron does allow us to do a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. But we now do have this guy, which I don't like that he constantly closes and opens the chest. But it is pretty nice. Now, there was another thing that I wanted to do. I really wish I could make this guy just stop, honestly. But I didn't realize how loud it was going to be. Anyways, the other thing I wanted to do is this episode we're also upgrading our tools from stone to copper. Now, we do have leather armor, and I just don't want to I don't want to just put in a chest. So, up here I have just a little bit of room where we're going to first I actually need to get some mud brick slabs. Give me a moment. There we go. Where is the chest? There it is. And we're going to create just a little bit of kind of semblance of the different armors that we're going to get. Now I'm just kind of doing this for now because, well, by the time we get to other sets, we're going to have another base. But I'm not going to quite elaborate on that until we get there. Anyways, what we're going to need to do is make... I forgot you need slabs. Should just be needing this much. And I am just a little bit of stick short. One moment. And sticks acquired. And we now have all of the armor stands. So we just kind of place it there. We can place them on slabs. Which is looking very, very nice. And now, it's time to retire the leather armor. Sadly. Now, this leather armor has served me very little in the time that we have of the 2 episodes. But we're upgrading to copper now. The next episode, well, we're going to be upgrading to iron. Honestly, the copper, we don't see much of it. But it was very nice to kind of pick up. So, let's start up by just Putting it away. Sadly, you cannot salute in Minecraft, which is a little disappointing. Fallen soldier. Well, more or less put in a war museum. But you get the point, though. And now, we also need just a little bit more, oh, please be nice. A little bit. I should not be let loose with a hoe. Anyways, let's get some copper. We're going to need about this much. Now, time to make copper armor. And this coming together, let's get an axe, a pickaxe, a shovel, a hoe because why not, and a sword for good luck. I'll probably never use a sword, but we're now looking much more geared up. Oh gosh, that orange is bright. I actually have never tried on the copper armor, but it is quite bright. One thing I wish the armor did was actually oxidize, because I feel like that'd be so cool if it would just oxidize, and then over time you eventually get blue and could fool somebody that you're wearing diamond armor when really it's just oxidized copper. To be fair, people do use Minecraft skins that just kind of diamond armor on the actual skin and confuse people that way, because at a distance you can't tell. But up close, you definitely can, and honestly, I don't really mind that. It's just strategy. But now that we have all this nice armor and stuff, I think it's time for us to, one, we actually need to harvest this, but two, finish the staircase. So I'm going to go finish the staircase, harvest the garden, and then maybe then we do a little bit of building. Because honestly, copper does look really nice. One. And the underground tunnel is done. All the way down to like Y level minus 56 or 58. I can't remember which one. It's been a while since I've played on this world and actually even checked Y level. Honestly, this is going to get really tedious, but I kind of feel like introducing every clip after getting something done with the goat horn. This may be a running joke in the series that I continue doing in the Crystal Craft as well. I think I'm going to do it. I need to figure out which goat horn has the best sound. Sadly, we only have Ponder right now, which sounds like this. I know Feel sounds pretty good. Sing is pretty good. I don't remember the other one. But maybe we'll make it a little bit of a challenge to get all of the horns. Honestly, I may actually do it, because that doesn't even sound that bad, and it sounds actually kind of fun outside of having to get the ones from the goats. But, in and of itself, the Copper Age, we haven't really done an insanely large amount of stuff. And it has been going relatively fine. And one thing I kind of wanted to do was actually just to add a window here so we can see into this guy. Which, nope, you're not getting out. Which maybe we then also have to change out the dirt to be something else. Or maybe we just honestly just keep it that way. I think we're actually just going to keep it that way. It doesn't look that good in there. And I also don't really want to fix it. So, we're not really going to do that. But, honestly, the Copper Age, when you really look at everything, it has gone really nicely, actually. The Iron Age and the following ages will have a lot more stuff happening. The Iron Age, definitely, in particular, but that's about where we're probably actually gonna leave it for this episode. Simply because, well, there ain't much. The Copper Age definitely did add stuff, but I'm forgetting something. I was gonna build something. So, probably should get at that. I immediately forget within the span of not even an hour. I just looked over at the footage. I haven't even been recording an hour, and I immediately forget what I was doing. Anyways, yeah, time to come up with something to build. And we are back, and the statue is done. Hold on, wait a minute, I'm forgetting my horn. Beautiful. The statue is done. It looks amazing. This took far too long. I ended up oxidizing a whole bunch of copper while doing it as well. But now we have an exposed copper statue, and honestly, this color palette looks really good. I actually really like the exposed copper with the granite. It just it's like the same color essentially, so it actually works really well. And yes, we do have a little bit of a lightning rod on top. We need to wax it. We need to wax this before it thunderstorms. So I need to get iron for next episode, simply because if this thing gets struck by lightning, we're back to orange, and I really don't want to have to decommission the structure, oxidize it again, and put it back together. It's not the funnest thing, but it is coming together pretty nicely. And also, I did not realize this, but honestly, this like granite exposed copper look, I didn't like add like some, what is it? The green frog light. I don't remember what it's called. It starts with a V. Add that, and honestly, that is a really nice color palette. Honestly, I think I have a color palette for something I'll do in the future. But for now, that's where we're going to leave it. The Copper Age has been amazing. Copper Age has brought a lot of stuff, including shells, which you have not done stuff with because they just don't really fit that nicely into my base current. Ow! Don't jump in the campfire. I don't typically go in this perspective. Anyways, it's been fun. The copper chest, right? I'm having trouble camera angle. There we go. This, I have it fully oxidized. I actually like it this way. It just adds kind of a pop of color in kind of the tone we have in our base. And honestly, it is actually really nice. And I like it. So we're going to keep it this way. But we do need to get this thing honeycombed up so it doesn't age. So, yeah. Next episode, we get iron. And I have a special little iron farm design that I've been, well, not purposely designing, just kind of the storage system's going to be different because we still cannot use redstone. So we're going to use something else instead. Anyways, see y'all in the next video for the Iron Age. I'm running around the world trying to find an outpost, and this thing shows up. You're rarer than an outpost, and I haven't found one yet, which annoys me. Get out of here. Same village, and we get... Hold up. Excuse me for a second. A half door and a half bed. Okay, you know what? You know what? I think I'm doing the wrong type of content. I think I should be doing shorts content. How lucky you can get within a 20-second period. Because this isn't even funny. It's not even funny.